I can't keep up with him. This kid loves bananas. I love bananas too. I think most babies love bananas. If we tried to put him in that, all hell breaks loose. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the 8-month update for my son Simon. I wanted him to be in the video, but he just fell asleep for his nap, and so I will just insert some clips of him along the way to kind of serve as his presence in the video. I've been kind of sporadic with these. I think I did 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, and now we're at 8. So I skipped 7, and 7 was a pretty big one. So I'm just kind of gonna group together everything that's happened between 6 and 8 and talk about where he is now. I think I'm going to do a full video about 9 months postpartum and what that means and what that looks like for next month. So I'm not gonna focus too much on how I am in this video, other than to say I feel completely normal. I mean, I have felt normal for a really long time, but I don't really have anything left lingering from pregnancy, but I will go into detail about that more in next month's video when he is 9 months old. So I'm just going to go over some of the milestones. So Simon, I think in his 6-month video, I said that he was like getting up on all fours and rocking back and forth. Probably about 6.5 months, he fully started crawling. Once he got it, he never stopped. So that was at about 6.5 months, and by 7 months, he was taking maybe like 5, 6 crawling steps at a time. Like, he could get from one place to another, but he was still really figuring it out and didn't have great balance. But now at 8 months, the kid is cruising. I can't keep up with him. For example, this morning we went to my aunt's house to feed her cats, and I put Simon down in the living room and I went into the kitchen. I'm at the sink washing the bowl, and I look behind me and he's tipping over her water dish, and I'm like, how did you get here? Where? He's just so smart. He knows exactly where we're going. He follows me everywhere. Like, if I go to do laundry, I hear pitter patter of him coming. I mean, our house is pretty tiny, so I think I forget how fast he is, and then when we go somewhere like where there's more space, he just beelines it. Like, he's so quick. Along those lines, on Easter, he learned to pull himself up. He was sitting in his crib. We were taking pictures of him on Easter, and he just grabbed onto the railings and pulled himself up, and it was like a light bulb went off. The second he did it in his crib, the whole world was like fair game. That day we went to my mom's house, and he was like pulling himself on the sofa, table, jumper, pulling himself up on my pant legs, and now it's just constant. The kid doesn't want to sit down. He wants to be standing up. As far as cruising, which, if you don't know, is when they like hold on to something and walk while holding on to it, he's done it a little bit. He will like hold on to the coffee table and then put one arm on the couch and like walk his way from one piece of furniture to another, but he's not like full on scaling large pieces of furniture yet. With this new mobility comes accidents and injury, and I'm doing my very best to watch him every second. We've really tried to like baby proof as much as possible. We have these shelves right here, and I like to keep them decorated with knickknacks and stuff, and right now the bottom 2 shelves that he can reach are completely empty, and it looks stupid, but we have to because he can get into stuff and hurt himself. So now that he is pulling himself up and he's crawling completely, his perspective on play has changed so much. I think if I look back on my previous month updates, I'm always trying to find new ways to like entertain him, help him learn, help him understand what's going on around him. I'm trying to find toys that he enjoys, and now all of that's just out the window. He does not care about any of his toys. His sacred activity table that I swear was my favorite baby product ever, if we tried to put him in that, all hell breaks loose. He does not want to be confined at all, so we actually turned it into the table so that he can just pull himself up and play with what's on top instead of actually standing in it. His Jolly Jumper totally uninterested in that anymore. My days are no longer focused on entertaining him and keeping him busy. My days are now focused on watching him and keeping him safe. So it's easier in some ways and it's difficult in some ways. The days go by so much faster because I'm not worried about filling the wake windows. He just wants to do his own thing. He does not care about the things he cared about a month ago. I am using less like brain power to fill the day, but now I feel like I have to watch him more than ever. When he was 4 or 5 months, I could leave him in his activity table and take a shower or make breakfast. Not anymore. I have to make sure at all times there's nothing he can put in his mouth. I have to make sure there's nothing he can trip on, fall on. We might get some sort of what are they called? Like a baby gate, baby fence, baby play area. You know what I mean. That whole part of parenting has changed completely. Cannot take my eyes off him, but he also completely entertains himself. Like all he wants to do is crawl and explore. So those are the movement milestones. In terms of other milestones, I think he says mama. I don't know if I have it on video at all, but I definitely hear like a distinct mama sound, or maybe I want to hear it, but I really do think I hear it because it's always when he's reaching for me or when I give him to someone else and then he's turning to look where I'm going. Maybe I've been brainwashing him a little bit because we've been reading the Mama book by Jimmy Fallon. And he really likes it. And I'm like, Mama! He always smiles. So I think we're on the way to hearing Mama if we haven't heard it yet. He has 6 teeth, 2 on the bottom, 4 on top, and he has had them for a while. I know that babies all develop at different times, but I got my first teeth at 4 months and so did he. And so I'm thinking that that means he's like following in my dental footsteps. I know this is a long shot and maybe I'm jinxing it, but I've been very fortunate that I have pretty straight teeth naturally, and so I'm hoping that he also has straight teeth naturally and we never have to pay for braces. I did read online that like the average baby doesn't get their 5th and 6th teeth until like a year. So he's obviously way ahead of that. And so it does make me wonder if he's gonna have a break now or if he's just gonna keep getting them on an early schedule. So we'll see. It's been nice to have like a little break from teething right now, but who knows how long it will last. Personality, I think this goes for many babies at this age. He's definitely becoming more shy around strangers, people that he was really smiley towards and excited to see like a few weeks ago. He's now acting so shy around. He's constantly burrowing himself in my shoulder. It's not with everyone, like he's still smiley, he's still friendly, but he's definitely not as bold around people as he used to be. And I think that in line with that, he's just very attached to me. Sometimes it feels like I cannot give him to anyone else because he's just so attached to me. That's probably normal. It's enhanced by the fact that I'm pretty much home alone with him all day, every day. I don't think it's strange by any means. It's just a hurdle. Like right now, I'm the only one who can put him to bed. It's funny because I remember when he was like 3 months, I said to my husband, when do you think he's going to be really attached to us? When do you think he's going to reach for us and want us more than everyone else? And I was so excited for it. And I mean, it is really endearing and it makes me feel really loved and special, but it also is frustrating that I'm the only one who can get him to go to sleep. I guess as the mom, it takes up more of my time, but I'm not going to have these moments forever. One day he won't need me like this. He won't want to be around me like this, and I'm gonna miss these moments. It's special. It's a special bond and I love it. And the last thing is food. So our last update, we were doing purees. We started him on purees at 4 months, which is crazy. He's 8 months, so he's already been eating for 4 months. It's just wild how fast the time flies. But at 7 months, we officially did baby-led weaning. I wanted to start at 6 months, but I felt like I needed to watch all these videos and read these books and get really prepared. And I just never was making the time to do that. And then one day I just started giving him whole banana. I started giving him whole avocado. And then I was like, okay, I can just do this. So now every time I want to give him a food, I just Google it with the words baby-led weaning. Usually the Solid Starts website pops up, and that website is so helpful. They tell you how to cut the food for whatever age your baby is, recipes that you can do with that food if it's an allergen, best foods to serve it with. So far he loves bananas. Like, this kid loves bananas. I love bananas too. I think most babies love bananas, but he goes, I was gonna say he goes bananas. He goes bananas for bananas. Now he loves strawberries, he loves tomatoes. There's so many foods that when he first tries them, the first day or two, he's like not into it at all, just throws them on the floor. That's what happened with strawberries and tomatoes, and now he's obsessed with them. I make him like banana pancakes, spinach pancakes, toast, almond butter, sweet potato he likes. I made him zucchini fries he did okay with. He likes eggs. He did pretty well with salmon. The only thing really, no matter how many times I've given it to him, is never a hit, is chicken. He's getting a little better at it, but he's just way more interested in the other foods on the tray. Let's just finish with some stats. Now, he has not been to the pediatrician since he was 6 months. He's now 8 months, and he will go again in 1 month. Okay, so at 6 months, he was 18 pounds, 27.5 inches long, and his head circumference was 43.5. So he was in the 50th percentile for weight, and the 75th percentile for height, and the 50th percentile for head circumference. He did go back for his flu booster at like 7.5 months, and I think he was 20 pounds. So I'm gonna guess right now he's like 21, maybe 22 pounds. And at 9 months, I will do another update, but that is where he is now. I mentioned this in all my videos, but I think it's really important to say every baby hits these milestones at different times. I follow moms on YouTube whose babies are ahead of Simon, whose babies are behind Simon, and it really doesn't mean anything as long as your doctor is saying that it's normal. They develop at different speeds, and it's fine because your baby will get to their milestone when they are ready to get there. That is gonna wrap it up. This is just a little short update on Simon. If you've been following along with his other updates, thank you for watching, and we really appreciate it. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.